I would like to remind everyone that this show is brought to you by the Dolphin Wars.
Hello, everybody. Right now, you just got me. We are waiting for Kai MFS come on. I think he is being delayed a little bit. We have a little bit of a miscommunication, but you got me. And let's see what we got going. So, welcome to King Dolphin TV, the best pod on YouTube. You know me, I am Raymond, author of the Dolphin Wars series of books, and I hope everybody is having a great hump day. Again, we're hoping to get Kai MFS soon, and we will get started. But I will welcome everybody who is on here, and we'll get started. I'll do a little song, a little dance. No, I can't steal that line, but we'll see how things go as it progresses. For those who are new here and you like what we do here on King Dolphin TV, if you've looked at some of the previous videos, the previous shenanigans, the interviews, please like and subscribe. Also, if you know any other creators, book creators, channel creators, and YouTube channel creators, please put out my YouTube address, my link address, so they can reach out to me and we can get them started on an interview. And we will welcome everybody who is here right now. We have our amazing Ranch Team Supreme. We've got Legatus Legionai, who has taken role of lead the Wrenchmeister today because Sandra is out flying. Boy, is she having fun. Going out and flying, man. So she's flying, and I'm here streaming, and we are going we're going to have fun tonight. We have, of course, the magnificent, the seal eating, the walrus beating, the ally to the pod. What the? Snortopoopas! Cuber. Oh, Cuber. How you doing, buddy? Gonna be a great show tonight. Mini Snort's got the deck. Snortopoopas, Cuber. Yes, the dolphin is on site. The dolphin is unsupervised. No telling what might happen. You know what that means. Shenanigans. And of course, he's always showing the surprise when he sees the amazing Mini Snort. Hello, D. Odyssey. How you doing, sir? Glad you can make it tonight. Came on last week on the channel, and it was an interesting experience seeing you, sir. Glad you can make it on here tonight. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, Lenrod's here. Another one of our wrenches. Lenrod, how you doing? Glad you can make it tonight. All right. And our chat guests, we have Point Curation, who's made a visit here. We have the old man. How you doing, sir? And we got Matt G and Deej Odyssey. That is such a cool name. That is such a cool name. All right. I learned of Kai MFS actually through Paulie, the Latino Slant. He was talking about books and stuff, and I knew that Kai MFS also wrote books. He wrote his Space Time Domino book, and I actually asked him to put the Dolphin Wars on his site so that we can get it out there. And I asked, but actually, Antiderivative Jill suggested that I bring him on to talk about his work. So I got in touch with him, but it looks like we may have a bit of a miscommunication, and I do not know where he's at. I did tweet him. He does know that it's going on. It could be the time difference issues, and he also said he had a time constraint. So while we are waiting for him, we can do some shenanigans. Lenrod says, I fear the Snoop will do something now that there's nobody to stop him. Snoop is right behind me. Let me get the... Hey, fat man, glad you're here. How you doing? Let's see. I'm going to show you, well, there's Snoopy's paw. You can see the paw. He's not quite in the view, actually. He's kind of obscured with the King Dolphin 9, but he's there. He's right behind me. Yeah, I told him. I told him what time zone, and I even told him so. Fat man, how you doing, sir? I hope you are feeling better. Please welcome the Fat Master, the evil genius, the devious and the devious mind behind everything for King Dolphin TV. Hail Fat for Hire. All right. Just doing a little monologuing and getting some stuff set up. So, okay, let's well, I wouldn't know about that, Deej. I would not know about that. Go ahead, Lenrod. Play some StarCraft. Wish we can figure a way to get it on here so we can all watch it. So we can see what is going on here. I'm going to just tweet him real quick. just that's the thing with these time zones, and if communications kind of blow up, and if communications kind of go haywire, and but you know me, I could figure that I can make anything happen. So, okay, I'm looking around, seeing. Okay, we already did that one. And for all things Dolphin Wars, there's the link tree, which has all the links that have to do with the Dolphin Wars. It's got the email the website, the email address, the access to Amazon, the access to King Dolphin TV. Anything you want to know about Dolphin Wars, it's there. Okay. Thank you, Legatus Legionii. Oh, Snorter Poopus says, I can always interview Snoopy or the Ferrets. Well, me being by myself, and I don't even have Pudgy's delay music, it would be kind of hard to do do an interview. Maybe next time we're going to have a ferret cam, much like we did Snoopy cam. How long before the Dolphin Wars anime? Oh, I don't know. That's going to take a lot of planning. Got to figure out which, hell, the prologue is probably enough for an episode. So it's, got to find out who could do good anime drawing, and definitely have to figure out how I get to keep the rights. Let's see. Yes, I am, Legatus. Now, of course, I still don't know a lot about the Facebook channel, so I may be doing things wrong, but I am the admin type. Yeah, Ferret and GoPros would probably be a nightmare. A nightmare waiting to happen, especially knowing these three, and especially since they can do things that they can do shenanigans on their own. I'll have to check on that, Legatus. Again, I don't know a lot about Facebook. I just set something up. I don't even see the messages that come on to. I don't see the messages that come into the Facebook, the Dolphin Wars Facebook channel. I need a Facebook expert to help me with that. I'm having more luck here on YouTube than stuff like Facebook. Anybody out there who knows Facebook, please reach out to me. Yeah, I know, Fat. Yeah, Facebook sucks. Yeah. So. Oh, let's see. Lenrod says the ferrets could easily have their own channel with a GoPro. Yeah. Oh, I think they could. I actually have a kind of GoPro, but I guess if you don't get GoPro and you get the cheap model, you end up, you get what you pay for, and it's been very let's say how you say interesting. I used it when I was doing some competitions, and you, even though you've got an app and you can feed it into it, and even though you can feed it into your phone, you still need an SD card, and it's like, oh man, what's going on here? So I've got a GoPro downstairs, but I don't know. Now, I do know that I've got to take a video of my airport diorama down in my basement. I've got to just figure out whether I'm going to do it on my phone or finally figure out how to fix my GoPro. And work with that. Let's see. Legatus. Okay, let's see. No, let's go back. DJ Odyssey says, I hate Facebook ever since they put me on a timeout for a week over a bacon meme. Oh, man, you got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. What's up with people online today? All my opponents have been quitting on me. I'll take the MMR, but geez. Let's see here. Lenrod says, I use Facebook for the marketplace. I don't even go on the marketplace. I don't even go on the marketplace at all. I haven't figured that out either. Someone at work told me about it and said, it's the greatest thing. Yeah, right. Show me. D. Jodeci was the Snorter Poopa says, D. Jodeci was the Zuckerfish offended by your bacon. I only use Facebook for its marketplace as I hate eBay even more. And Fett says, I got a notification saying I got 7 new followers on my Facebook page, yet have 3 less than I did a week ago. Ooh, that sucks. And let's see. Ooh, I could see that. I could see why they didn't like that. You know the political correctness that's out there, Deej. Now I keep politics out of here. You know that, guys. So I'm not gonna comment as much here, and I'd like you to the political comments to not here, but yeah, that's dumb. That's dumb. That's kind of a funny meme, but that's still dumb. I occasionally find some cool stuff on Marketplace. Got parts for my newest project off Marketplace. Cool. I have to see it. And yeah, the classic liberal lack of a sense of humor. So, okay, here's one for you. I was wandering around. I'm trying to fight back my midlife crisis, thinking, oh, I want a dune buggy. So I start going into auction pages, places that might sell dune buggies. Now, of course, we're going to have to keep this away from Sandra because she's going to bot me because she actually heard this next one, and which was a tie-in, and said no. So I looked in there and I saw an ad from a car place. It had a 1979 Corvette with only 50,000 miles on it for $8,000. My first thought is, what the heck is wrong with that? My second thought is, what do I need to do to think about this? You know, midlife crises. You will do anything you can to get to get something. So I mentioned it to somebody at work, and they said, my first thought would be, what's wrong with it? and make sure you take a real mechanic. So I decided to ask Sandra, who, among her other abilities, even though she says she's rusty on it, I would still trust her to look at mechanical stuff. She was a mechanic with her dad and knows her way around a wrench and a screw. So I asked her, and she said the same thing. What's wrong with it? And then, no. She said, we have 2 cars. No. And I said, sigh. But of course, I emailed them after I emailed them to get more information. Didn't get any information, so oh well. Some other schmuck has that car. So, oh well. All right, let's see. Legatus Legionii. Let's see. Yeah, well. Nobody's there. So Legatus. Okay, this is a 3-parter, an ish pick. So let me get this straight. I go to the grocery store and buy a pound of sliced ham wrapped in plastic, a loaf of bread in a plastic bag, 4 liters of milk in a plastic bag, a pack of napkins wrapped in plastic, a Greek salad in a plastic container. Ooh, that sounds really good. A plastic bag of mustard and a plastic bottle of ketchup, and they won't give me a plastic bag to carry it home because the plastic bag is bad for the environment. Yeah. You know what they do in DC? If you want a bag, you got to pay 5 cents bag fee. They've had that for, they had that for about 10 years now. Get a bag, pay 5 cents. I'm like, really? Ah, yes, fat. So have I. My brother has a 70-something Camaro. I wonder if I could buy it from him. I don't know if he's been driving it, but thought I'd give it a try. My Legion post, they're doing a raffle for a Camaro with 93,000 miles. And again, Sandra says there's got to be something wrong with it that they're raffling it. So we'll see how that goes. But they get that to the paid for life people, so I'm automatically entered. But that's not gonna happen. I never win anything. Although Sandra had a raffle given by her workplace. They were raffling a shotgun and she won it. That was cool. Hello, Andy Masterson. How are you, buddy? How are you, sir? Glad you can make it tonight. I'm thinking of, as we wait for Kai, would you like to come in, sir? If you have time. It's been a while. Well, you've come on panels, but it's been a while we've just done one-on-one. So if you want to, let me get the link. If you want to come in, and we could just do a chit chat. There you go. Oh, Fat, no, you're hurting me. You are hurting me. 2 3rd-gen Camaros, an 86 and a 91. You still have the 91, but not highway worthy. Oh my gosh. I'm jealous. I am jealous. Hey, Andy, welcome
Hey
to.
Raymond, how are you?
Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. I think there's a communication thing with Kai, so he
Oh,
hasn't shown up yet. So I just thought I'd bring you on and we can chit chat.
how are things?
Not too bad. Not too bad. A
Are
nice,
you getting a nice spell of nice weather we're having up here?
yeah. It's been actually quite cool.
Yeah, I'm kind of digging it. It's like well, it was like 85 today,
Oh, okay.
but not bad at all. I'll
Yeah.
take it.
You're in PA too, right?
New Jersey, right across from
Oh,
Philly.
oh, okay. That's right. That's right. Shows how bad my memory is.
Ah, yeah, so I'm sitting here
Yes.
sculpting before my classes. That I had a
Oh,
cancellation at 7,
uh-huh.
so it's giving me a little bit of time. So I jump back on the clay and start
Okay.
working that.
All right. What you building? What you making?
Just another head sculpt.
Oh, okay.
Like I've got so many of these to do. It's like,
Ah,
but I got myself down on a schedule now. Of
uh-huh.
course, I wrote everything down on a schedule, and my nature being that I hate uniformity.
Uh-huh.
So I find myself I made this schedule out about everything I'm going to do, and I'm like, here I am working on something that's not on the schedule.
So you go for chaos. You go for chaos theory.
Yeah, it's just the nature of my life. If I just whatever there is something I'm set down to do, I just hate the fact that I'm kind of, even if I do it myself, I force myself to do it. I'm like, ugh. Everything in my life has pretty much always been like, random and impulsive. But yeah,
Yeah.
you just got to
I
kind of
tr-
go with it.
yeah. I try to do. That's what I try to do here. I want to. I want to know what goes on in it way enough in advance so I could figure out if something and things happen if something drops off. And
Right.
in fact, this tonight was going to. This is probably the impromptu debut of um, Surfside Chat, which was what I was going to do as opposed to a just cuz. Is if something doesn't, if the schedule doesn't work out, or if I don't have anybody to schedule, I just come out and see, just start talking.
Yeah, they used to do that in the old radio days, where like in the beginning of talk radio, like they would just have like open mic and have people
Mm-hmm.
call in with topics,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
yeah, sometimes that works out pretty well.
yeah, and especially with this crew.
Yeah.
You know this crew.
Yep. God bless
uh,
us, because it's fun, because you never know what
mhm.
you're going to get.
Oh yeah.
There's not to me. There's nothing more boring than like everything just meets with expectation. It's
Hmm. Yeah.
that gets pretty dull for me.
What did you think of the robot conversation?
What was that?
What did you think of the robot conversation last week, or did you get to check it out?
I did not get a chance to do that.
Mm.
I've been like, oh, I've been having so many issues with my dog.
Ooh.
So she's 11,
Mm-hmm.
and about 2 months ago she decided that she didn't like her dog food anymore. Maybe 3.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
So we went through like 3 different kinds of dog food,
Mm.
and then she decided that like everything she was eating was falling out of her mouth.
Uh,
So I went to see if like maybe she had took her to the vet. We did
mm-hmm.
an X-ray, we did blood work,
Yeah.
all this stuff, and then we went to Friday.
Mm-hmm.
We did all the X-rays. There's no masses or anything like that.
Oh, that's good.
The blood work came back like she looks great in the blood work.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to do a dental check on her. So I took her to Philadelphia Animal Hospital on Friday,
Yeah.
and they put her under and cleaned up her teeth, like cleaned off all the tartar and gingivitis and stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
got her all fixed up with that. And
Mm-hmm.
she's been chewing better.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
I
that's
think
good.
she's decided that she doesn't like chewing. And
Mm.
so she's been eating baby food now for the last few weeks, and it's like it's getting expensive. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
we have to talk to your dog, and everything that I give her, like she gobbles it up, and then the next day she decides she doesn't like it.
Mm.
So I'm like, all right, well, what's up with this? And so when I was there on Friday,
Mm-hmm.
she had a hell of a time with coming out of the anesthesia. Like, she was,
Ooh.
it just jacked up her nervous system. She was having trouble walking straight. And
Mm-hmm.
it took about like 24 hours to get out of her system.
Mm.
So Saturday, I spent most of the day just kind of doting over her.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple times she's been throwing up some bile, which indicates pancreatitis. And
Ugh.
so we went to, while she was at the vet on Friday, we took some extra blood and sent it out for analysis for digestive issues. Well, they just
Mhm.
called me today to let me know that the lab that they use no longer does that test. But they have another one that they do for like another $250. I'm like,
Mhm.
you know what? I'm gonna see what I can do on my own with the dog. Like, and I'm gonna take her over to the Animal Welfare Association, where like where I got her from, and like because they do like vet clinics and stuff like that. And
Mhm. Yeah.
because at this point I'm sitting there wondering to myself, like, well, how much are is it that we have to get fixed up, and how much is it that I hate to think this way, but like, am I being extorted money basically?
Mhm.
So I'll talk to them because they're in it for the love of the animal, and
Yeah.
I'll get that checked out. So on Friday, I'm going to take her over there. But anyway, that's why I haven't had a chance to work on to listen to many live streams, because I've been jumping back and forth to like, with any consistency.
Yeah.
I've picked up like, half of one here, a quarter of one here, and, all over the place. Like I even missed some of the Doomcock show on Friday night, and that usually never happens. It's just,
Mm. Yeah.
so.
Well, we've been having problem with Snoopy too.
Cool.
He's got a tear. He's got a tear on his knee.
Oof.
He's got arthritis and he's got his hip dysplasia. And the pits and the am staffs are always prone to the hip dysplasia.
Yeah.
So we're getting his medicine, expensive though it is, and we're trying to keep him from going crazy. If you've
Yeah.
seen Snoopy, if
Yep.
you've seen Snoopy, he goes ballistic. He goes bananas. He doesn't know when he's hurting,
Right.
and so fortunately he's just sleeping right now. But it's like he does things. He he will run when he knows he shouldn't run. In
Right.
fact, I won't take him out in the backyard if there are rabbits in our yard,
Yeah.
because he'll go after the rabbits, he'll go after squirrels. I want him to be really slow, and I really don't want to put him on a leash in our backyard.
Yeah, because that's no fun. That's like almost like punishment.
Yeah, exactly. So hopefully he'll get better with the medicine and just rest.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see. There's some dolphin jokes out there. Legatus is on a dolphin joke. Do you know that dolphins sometimes eat cephalopods like an octopus? Seriously, I'm not squidding. I wonder if they go after Harvey.
He said that on purpose.
He said that on purpose, yes. If dolphins didn't live in the ocean and lived on land instead, which country would they live in? Finland.
But
Actually, yeah, Finland's a nice country.
the only
Let's
country I've ever been, well, outside of like Canada and United States, is Jamaica. Went there on my honeymoon.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I've spent 4 years in 4 years in Italy and 3 years in Italy, 4 years in Germany, and love them both.
I got a guy that trains with me. He spent 4 years actually 8 years in Germany.
Mhm.
That's where he actually met his wife there. She was from
Mhm.
Madagascar,
Oh,
and
cool.
I'm not exactly sure how she ended up in Germany, but yeah, they ended up like, there was like, it was one of these like love at first sight kind of things, and
Hmm.
unfortunately she passed away like a couple of years ago
Oh,
from ovarian cancer. But
oh man,
yeah, it's
that sucks.
yeah, you never know how long you got.
That is true. That is true. Hello, and I have been. Hello, low spec Linux laptop. Hello, sir. I can barely
Hail.
pronounce your name, but hail. And we have Ms. Martin Muses. Hello.
Hello, Teresa.
How you doing? It's been a while since you've been here.
She and Rennie had a great streams on the Lord of the Rings book series. That was wonderful.
Yeah, I've heard some of them.
It's funny, like, we should probably be thankful for all this crap that they're coming out with from Amazon because it's really making people like, that's not Lord of the Rings. Here, you want Lord of the Rings? Let's talk about real Lord of the Rings.
Mm-hmm. For some reason, I had the only book. This must be a misspent child or adulthood. The only book I ever read of Tolkien's was the Hobbit. I was never really into the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I think I only read maybe half of the first one, and it didn't register.
Yeah, it's funny how like it different like my brother Jim. Jim's 13 years older than me,
Mhm.
and so he had read it when he was young. In
Mhm.
fact, like that was my first nickname when I was a little kid. He just started calling me Hobbit.
Yeah, I think you remember telling us. I remember you telling me.
He left for the Navy when I was 4, so I hadn't seen him, and I mean, we would get phone calls, and he came to visit in '76, and he was there for a little bit. Then, I mean, God, he's been all over the place. He went to first he was stationed in Norfolk, then he was stationed in Connecticut, which was a little bit easier to get back and forth to. Then he went out to Washington State. He was in Hawaii for 4 years. Then he was in Japan for 8 years. Then he went back to Hawaii, and then after my parents died, like he was like, you know what, I my kids have to know the rest of their family. So
yeah.
But yeah, that was. And then he gave it to my brother Mark, and my brother Mark gave it to me, and then I started playing Dungeons and Dragons, and so of course, like, if you wanted to like devour anything of those genres, it was you went to Tolkien, because like that was basically the root of it all. Like all these stories and such came from Tolkien. So yeah, it was really a deep lore if you're into those kind of circles.
Yeah.
Which is funny because, like, I mean, I had my main thing was comic books, but then I sucked into every kind of like genre. I was horror movies and like the classic Universal monsters and Godzilla and anything that was kind of like of a nerdy vein. I was sort of into. So I jumped into Tolkien, read The Hobbit a couple times, and then got a little bit older, read Fellowship of the Ring, and worked my way through the series. I think I was like 15 the first time I attempted reading the Silmarillion. It was like I couldn't make heads or tails of it. It was just too complicated. But eventually, like, I got it and was like, oh, okay. Then I've done like the Tolkien Companion, the Unfinished Tales, things like that. So it's really there's so much in there that you can just soak up. And he's such a like verbally visual writer that you really pick up a lot of detail in the way in his descriptions, and which is funny because like when you have somebody like that who does all of that really verbose descriptions, and then they come along and like, well, he didn't really say what they look like. Are you kidding me? Like, you you should always look at the creator as they're the god of that universe. You shouldn't be like telling God like, well, you really meant it to be like this. Like, you know what?
Yeah. Well, and I imagine that a lot of his writing. I mean, he was in World War One.
Yeah.
He was in the British Army, and I'm sure he used it as a way to. He used it as catharsis.
Oh yeah. I mean that
So,
that was a particularly brutal war.
hmm
Yeah. So I mean, all the things you saw. Like I mean, I watched a lot of documentaries on
hmm
like specifically World War II because my father was in it, and
hmm
but World War One was like it was like to understand World War II, you need to understand World War One, and
Yeah,
so yeah, it was that was
yeah, it was
pretty
brutal.
intense. Yeah.
Yeah. Best documentary series I saw was it's a YouTube documentary series called The Great War. Um, it was really good and really in depth and detailed. Not the most recent one. You got to watch the one by Indy Neidell
Okay.
if you want a good run through of the Great War. Let's see more. Let's see. Thief Odyssey says real and my first real estate investment will involve campers and dolphins for all intents and purposes. All right, Fat. We have a new inductee for the kitty table. Thief Odyssey.
He's trying to channel his inner Beth.
Yeah. Oh, Beth is in the kitty table. I gotta show you that picture. What does a dolphin ask when he doesn't understand? Can you be more specific?
Boom.
And then let's see more. I saw a dolphin kissing a raven. Didn't expect to see that as the highlight of an NFL game. Especially they're in different different. Oh God, what do they call it? Divisions, different divisions.
My nephew was signed with the Miami Dolphins for about 2
Oh,
weeks.
cool.
And then he was like, he realized very quickly that he wasn't going to make it. And he was
Mhm.
like, all right, I'm retiring. But he got paid pretty well for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And it's funny because he went to University of Maine on a full scholarship for football.
Yeah.
And he played starting lineup for 4 years on a Division I team, and got up there in the pros and realized how good he wasn't. It was like there's no way he could match like the speed and stuff these guys had as fast as he was. It really makes you like understand just the physiological differences between like you have like these really good college players that are better than like 99% of everybody else, and the professionals are better than 99% of the college players. So
yeah.
it's amazing.
I find it strange how everybody suddenly cares about straws killing. Wait, I find it strange on how everybody suddenly cares about straws killing dolphins. They've been breaking camels' backs for years. That's a good one. It's not good enough to get you off the kitty table, but it's yeah. Let me show you the Beth Arstead if my computer decides to. This kitty table. Yes, the first female of the kitty table.
I'm assuming it's going to be a Fet for Hire original.
Of course. Hail Fet for Hire. There he is. There she is. The first female into the kitty table.
I have to make her a little chair with her name labeled on it.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh boy.
That would be a dream of mine to be able to get like if I had the time and the limitless time and things like that it would take to make like a bunch of like the regulars of the Doomcock universe in action figure form, with their little play sets of like the kitty tables and like
Kitty
Thanks, kid,
table is a kitty table. Kitty table is a king dolphin tortilla.
Yep.
Yep.
And have you like I have your very own action figure riding a dolphin, with the cowboy hat on.
Oh, that would be cool. That would be cool.
Have like Sandra up there, like flying on top, sitting on top of an eagle, like flying it.
Nice. Yeah. What did the mama dolphin say when the baby dolphin was late for dinner? Nothing. She just flipped. And how do dolphins get high? Seaweed and also pufferfish.
Ba-dum-bum.
Ba-da-ba-da. So you've got a lesson tonight, huh?
Yeah, I got my group class at 8. And that should be, it's August, so it's usually vacation month. So that'll probably be pretty thin, but that's okay. And as soon as I get done with that, I'll head to the gym, knock out a workout, and get back here and start doing more sculpting.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to get I've got a whole bunch of partially finished sculptures and projects I have to do. I have to finish up a commission for Mexican Iron Man. There's a couple things I have to cast with that, but I have one mold for a piece that I'm just gonna redo because I think I can do a better job with the mold. And Gary gave me some great pointers on some things to do with it, so I'm gonna add some of this mica powder to it. So I'll be trying that out. And I've just got so many irons in the fire. Yeah. And it's funny because like there's things that I should do, and there's things that I'm like, yeah, but I really want to go work on this right now. So sometimes you have to give into that, or else you'll be like, you won't be having fun doing it. And then it becomes work. And look.
Yeah. That's true.
Like to do
you want to enjoy yourself.
Yeah. That's the whole point of doing it. It's like you want to have fun doing it. You want to have to me it was always one of the things I enjoy most is watching people's reactions when they see things, and that's why like Doomcock's reaction video when he unboxed his action figure took me completely by surprise. But I like to watch.
Holy moly!
Sounds like a bike out there or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, hearing people's reactions and the joy and happiness, that's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So to get there, like if you actually want to enjoy the process of making this stuff. So that's
definitely. Let's see here. Boy, the dolphin jokes are just chittering by. Why is a bad date like a mute dolphin? Because they just don't click. Hello, anti-derivative Jill. How you doing, Jill?
Hi, Jill.
Oh,
good to see you, metaphorically.
Yeah, good to have you on. And let's see, Legatus and Deidre are really going after each other. What's the best way to hear what dolphins have to say? Listen to their podcast. No, you listen to King Dolphin TV's podcast.
Yep.
Best pod on YouTube.
The literal pod.
The literal pod, yes. Let's see. And Deidre says the kitty table would be a step up for me. Should Fett create a booster seat for you? Oh, I like it. Let's see. And Jill says Andy Masterson is the sculpting Bob Ross.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a happy little head sculpt here.
Yeah, happy little head sculpt. Hey, Jill, you want to come in? Yeah, I'll put the link out for you.
The water's fine.
Yeah, the water is fine. Yeah, I think just it fell through, Jill. But show
That
must
will
go
happen.
on. Show must go on, and that's why Surfside Chat is in effect. Let's see.
Little Jimmy Buffett music on, and
Yeah, wasting away again in Margaritaville.
I still think
Yeah.
he should pay me child support.
Andy Masterson. So, who's your next lucky recipient?
Well, I have a couple. Let's see here. I have a Star Wars figure I have to do for somebody. I have a custom commission that's next up after I finish Mexican Ironmans. Then I have I'm doing a Marvel figure, a Marvel Comics figure. I'm currently working on arms for Gary Slimer figure, but I can only do that in limited quantities because it frustrates the living hell out of me because I have to sculpt hands. Like, God, there's nothing worse than sculpting hands. So I'm working on getting that done. Let's see. I have 3 Doomcock figures that I'm putting together that'll go to first come, first serve on his arch villains. And then let's see. I have Sky Fred. I have to finish his. I have a friend of mine in England that I'm doing one for who's has no idea that he's getting it, so that'll be interesting. My friend Dean. So,
now, of course, if he's watched this, he knows now.
I don't know that he's like he follows these circles. He's he's just like action figure collector, and he does like he's got his own little YouTube channel. He does movie reviews on and Dino's reviews, but it'll be fun to just like when I send him an email like give me your mailing address, and I'm just imagining like the excitement he's going to get because he's watched some of the unboxings that I've done.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I imagine that's going to be a surprise for you.
I hope so. I've done, like I said, I usually do these things for, just to raise people's spirits, make them.
Oh, and we need those spirits raised.
Yeah, like you need some happiness in the world. That's why I like to do stuff like this because, I really want to enjoy different shows that come out, but I'm like I was just listening to Chris Gore. He was on Midnight's Edge this morning, and he was talking about he's seen the first 4 episodes of She-Hulk, and he said it's actually really good. He said it's funny because the marketing for it comes off very woke, but the show itself isn't. He said it's feminist, but it's more feminist in the vein of like what Mary Tyler Moore was, and some of the stuff that we were familiar with growing up. But it's not really like it's not intersectional. It's not woke. In fact, like there's a few things that they poke fun at with it. So I'm going to give it a shot. It's very hard because like I think we get like we've been burned so much. We're gun shy, and we're like, at the first sign of like any kind of nonsense, we're like I'm out. And and it's funny because like I mean, if you think about it, like I was listening to somebody talk about like the origins of things. Like, can you remember back in the 70s when we had soap where Billy Crystal's breakout character was a gay character? And that was in what, 1976 or something like that. So
I love that show.
Yeah. This is the story of 2 sisters. Jessica Tate and Mary Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
And but yeah, but nowadays it's like you, even if you wanted to put a different kind of character in something, it's automatically suspect because of how badly it's been abused.
Mm-hmm.
They've made it to where nobody wants to be tolerant because like it's you're just expecting it to go like, all right, we're going to start off, we're going to give it a chance, and then you're going to start shoving things down my throat. I would much rather get to know a character and people just
Yeah.
as people. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I don't need to like. I always tell people like, if I go shopping at Walmart, especially late at night, I don't want to think about any of the habits that those people do in their bedrooms. I don't care
Mm-hmm.
what what orientation they are. I'm like, no, I really have no interest in that. It's like, unless you're a supermodel or and it's going to involve me, I don't care. Uh, but we're so conditioned now to just have a knee jerk reaction, and of course, it doesn't help that we're usually right. But like, they put something out there, and it's like, and there's the message.
Yeah.
It's like, and it's really bad when they put something out like Moon Knight. The first episode of Moon Knight was really good, and then like, and there's the message.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like, you know, I don't know, just
Yeah.
frustrating.
From what I saw, of the trailer for She-Hulk, I like. I've always liked Tatiana Maslany.
Hmm.
She is a great actress. If you've seen her in Orphan Black, I think anybody who could do all those different personalities is an amazing actress.
Yeah, that reminds me of, not to cut you off, Rain, but that reminds me of James McAvoy in Split.
Mm-hmm.
Where he was able to like just transition from one personality to another in a single take. Like Samuel L. Jackson said that he was watching him do that, and he was amazed at how convincing he was, that he would just be in the middle of a scene and just boom, all of a sudden he's playing a completely different character. He's like,
Yeah.
he said, as an actor, I don't know that I could do that. So,
Yeah.
and that's pretty impressive
Yeah.
when you get the respect of other actors that are that good.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I do
So
like her.
yeah, I like her, but I still can't get past the Hulk the way he is. I'm just.
Well, yeah, I'm not a fan of Ruffalo's Hulk,
Yeah.
but Chris Gore said this about this. He was like, She Hulk is the most likable female character they've created since Black Widow,
Wow.
and he credits it to Tatiana Maslany because like she just comes across as likable, and
That's
that's
good.
the main thing that he was taken away from this was like she's actually you actually enjoy watching her because you like her,
Yeah.
and and that's the thing that that like you brought up Ms. Marvel, and Ms. Marvel is just insufferable, and
Mm-hmm.
a
Yeah.
lot of it has to do with Brie Larson. I mean, she's just not a likable person. She's grown up in this Hollywood world of she was a child actress, and she thinks that like she knows how the world really is, and like you know I'm sorry, unless you've actually worried about like, am I going to have a roof over my head tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
uh and am I going to have dinner, um yeah, sorry, you really don't know what the real world is.
Yeah.
When you consider that the majority of the planet lives like that, where food and shelter is not a guarantee,
Mm-hmm.
and you have some actresses like, I know how rough things can be. I was a waitress for 5 years. Like, you know what? Yeah,
Yeah. I
not the same.
I can't speak too much of her. I mean, other than what I hear, because I have probably been lucky enough not to see her
Hmm.
any of her acting. So, which is probably a good thing for me. I don't have to go crazy.
The
But
only thing
honestly, go ahead.
the only thing I know that I've seen her in was Kong,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like a, you know It didn't have to be her. It could have been anybody.
Mm.
It's kind of like, the Amber Heard thing. Like, like they could recast Amber Heard and nobody would notice.
Mm-hmm.
Because I guarantee if you put Amber Heard up with like 5 random beautiful blonde actresses, the average person couldn't tell you who she was.
True. Let's see. I gotta sleep tonight. Where do dolphins go to sleep? In their waterbed. So I gotta bring my drum over on a Saturday on these streams so I can do. I gotta fix my drum kit. It's echoing. It's got a very tinny, echoey thing. I've got to figure out what's going on with it. Jill asked, when do you give away Yaffets or sell them?
I'm trying to work with PJ for the first wave of these things, because he was trying to do some fundraising for people that needed help. And I was like, I don't have like, a ton of money that I can just like, give to this one or that one. So I was thinking like, it would probably work better if I made something and if you raffled them off, and that might be able to help somebody. Now, I was just talking to him last week, and a couple of the people that he had kind of earmarked have sort of been taken care of. So I think, probably within the next, because I think like material wise, like I what I was planning on was just giving him like 4 or 5 of these things, and he can kind of like get them steered towards whoever they would do the most good for, because they material wise they each cost me about like, I'll say probably about $30 to $35 a piece just in materials.
Right.
But I was willing to like, chip in that much and he can go. So, what I'll do is I'll sit down and think about like, just how much like time goes into one. And what I have to do is I have to time myself. I have to like kind of sit down and say, all right, well, here's the cost of the resin. Here's how long it takes to put things together, to make the base for it, to make the box for it, and the materials for that and shipping, and that'll give me a price. And but I'm thinking probably about like maybe $55 plus shipping will be like what I'll end up sending them out for.
Okay.
But I do have to work on the ones that I've got done already. I have to make a batch of resin and kind of coat over, because there was a couple spots on there where the resin didn't cure completely, so it's like kind of like a sticky spot. So to get rid of the sticky spot, you have to like really mix some regular resin and kind of brush it over it. So I have to do that with a couple, and I just bought another canister of the clear coat resin. That'll give me 2 more. So I should have probably about like maybe 6 of them done in the next couple weeks.
Oh, okay. Cool. Hopefully that'll work out and people can do it as a fundraiser.
Yeah, I mean, like, what I wanted to do was like, give PJ the option first, because I figured if he could, people could take a raffle and they take a chance on, winning something for, $5 or $5 or $10, and maybe if they win, great. If not, they did a good cause.
Yeah.
Or just like they might want to say like, the heck would I'd rather just like spend, $50 and get one for myself. Like, so I don't know. I'm like, but I'm going to talk to him and find out like what, what the status is for some of these folks that, there's always somebody that needs help, and, you can't help everybody.
No.
And it's sort of like, that becomes a rabbit hole, because then everybody's like, well, you help them, why didn't you help me? And it's like, I don't have the time to invest in, being like a full-time. I mean, I'm basically running 2 full-time businesses
That's true.
right now. So it's really tough to try and um, uh, have the time to do anything. Like
Mhm.
I just wrote up I printed out myself a schedule that's like a blank schedule basically for it's a 24-hour 7-day schedule.
Mhm.
And so I fill out when I have classes and when I don't have classes, and when I'm going to sleep and when I'm going to like work on what. So yeah, I I don't have a whole lot of time to do much of anything. So uh,
Yeah.
I can't really like um, as much as I love to to put stuff out there for people. I There's only one of me, and
And you
it's
got
an
to have a
awful lot
life.
of work.
Yeah, you got to have a life.
Well, no, I don't have one of them, but I have an awful lot of work.
Yeah. Legata says, "What did the ocean say to the dolphin? Nothing. It just waved. Let's make some waves." Do dolphins speak Welsh, or is it just whales? A kangaroo, a dolphin, and a snake walk into a bar. That's all. It's just kind of funny since none of them actually walk. That's a good one. Take care, old man. Sorry, not feeling good. Got the boggy off now. Okay, you take care, old man. Hope you feel better. I don't want to say this. Please don't make me say this. I don't want to say this. Why do dolphins always fail their school tests? Because they work below sea level. Oh, uh, Jill, feel perfectly free to smack him on the back of the head. Please.
What did I miss?
Disclaimer, just a joke. Did you know scientists claim that dolphins are second to man in intelligence? That means woman just got pushed to third place. Jill, please, you have my permission to smack him upside the head. Dolphins are more intelligent than men.
I had a really cool experience when I was when I was young. I was working overnight. This is back in like 1988, 1989,
Mm-hmm.
and my dad was staying down at the shore, and
Mm-hmm.
so I had talked to him in the morning, and I was off that weekend, which never happened. And
Mm-hmm.
he said, "Well, I'm heading down to Wildwood for the weekend for the week. Um, give me When you wake up, give me a call, and I'll let you know by then. Like I'll know what room number I'm in, and because it's obviously before cell phones,
Mm-hmm.
and let you know what room number I'm in, and uh, come down, and you can hang out."
Mm-hmm.
So, but I went home and collapsed because I had classes in the morning, college classes in the morning that I worked all night, and so I went home and I just died. I was like, I woke up, I went to bed probably about 11 o'clock, and I woke up at like 10 o'clock at night. So he's already gone. The
Mm-hmm.
front desk of the hotel we stay in down there was closed up. So I'm like, great. I slept all day, so now I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. I've got nothing to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, I know. I'll just drive down there because the place we stay, your room number is on your parking spot.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just check and see where he's parked and go knock on his door and I'll wake him up and like, he's my dad. He won't care. Um, so I drive for, an hour and uh, 20 minutes down to the shore, and he's parked in the street. So now it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, okay, well, I went down to the boardwalk and, did that until it closed, and I started walking the beach, and I just walked and walked and walked and turned around, and walked back, and like, you know what? I've never watched the sunrise over the Atlantic, so I'll do that. So I got in my car and just kind of hung out, listened to radio a little bit, and um, started getting your sun up. So I went out on the had these stone jetties that went out into the inlet.
Mm-hmm.
And I went out on the end of that, and still pretty dark, and the sun starts to come up, and the light raises up, and I can see like the shadows of the waves in the water, and starts to get a little bit brighter. I'm like, wait, those aren't waves, they're fins. And here, like, all the dolphins would chase the fish into the inlet and just have breakfast or whatever it was.
Nice.
And so I'm out there and I'm looking at it, and this one dolphin just kind of floats up to the surface, and he's looking at me and I'm looking at him, and it's probably about maybe like 12 feet away. And it was just the most amazing experience of like he's sitting there checking me out and I'm checking him out, and it was just this moment of like, wow, I wonder what he was thinking looking at me as I'm looking at him. So that was really cool. And then so he went back to eating his meal, and I just went back, and I wrote a cool essay about it for college, and my professor actually entered it into a national contest. She liked it so much.
Nice.
So never told me about it, but like I can tell you I didn't win because I would have heard something about it, but it was neat.
That's still a really surrealistic experience.
Yeah, that was amazing. One of these days I want to go like swimming with them.
I would love to spend time with dolphins.
Yeah,
I think I've only seen like one or two like at SeaWorld, but that's about it. I'd like to see them in their natural environment.
Yeah,
maybe tell them my story, and either they'll like it or they'll hit me with their fluke.
Let me tell you where you messed up here.
D. Odysseys, according to the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, mice and dolphins are number 1 and number 2. So then that place is interesting. I've never read that. I ought to spend the time to read that book.
I've only watched the movie. I haven't read it.
What made the dolphin suddenly blush? It saw the ocean's bottom. Ooh. And let's see. What do you call a dolphin with a slow CPU? A bottleneck dolphin. Yeah. You take care, old man.
Hope you feel better, old man.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. Yeah. I know you got to get going, Andy. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna get myself together before I.
Yeah. Put your channel in the private chat, and I'll put it out there.
Okay, let me find it.
I'll tell you what. My friend Grace Sally told me about Linktree, and it's just apps. If you've got more than one URL and you want to keep track of things, Linktree is awesome.
I'll have to look that up.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Because you could put everything on it. Let's see if my bot works.
See if this works. It worked. There we go.
Okay.
Okay. Well, thanks for having me on.
Oh, you are most welcome,
my friend.
Yes.
And I will catch up with you on Saturday. Well,
all right.
I'll see you on Doomcock Show on Friday.
Yep.
But,
yeah. And then we'll have a Saturday. Sunday's our anniversary, so.
Oh, congratulations!
Thank you. 12 years. So.
Okay, I will.
Take care, Andy.
Bye.
Bye. Andy Masterson, and I don't think his link caught. So if Legatus or one of my other amazing wrenches could put his channel out there, I ought to put that in the stream elements. I don't have his. Do I? No, Andy is. Oh no, I do. If it works. I knew I had Andy's. But of course, my bot is not working. Thank you. Oh, it does work. Yay. Yay. All right, guys. I am so sorry Kai couldn't make it. Probably just a communication glitch, time-wise. But at least we got a little bit of chit-chatting. We got dolphin jokes all over the place. And we had some talking around here. And it was fun. It was fun. Oh, or just an extended nap. Yep. Possibly. Yep. Snortopupus semper gumby. Yep. But now we have the cure. Let me see if I've got it up on if I've saved it. I know Fett gave it to me. Nope, I don't have it saved yet. I'll show it on Saturday. Fett's the debut of the new segment. The debut of the new segment called Surfside Chat, where we got it. The show must go on, so we just have a fun time and even chiller. Well, nothing can be chiller than Just Cuz. Just Cuz is Just Cuz. Anything can happen, and we know it usually does. Let's see. There's Andy's channel. Semper Gumby. Snort says, nap sounds good to me. Hello, John Rendell. Just got back. Sorry I'm late. No, you're fine. Better late than never. Let's see. So, hello, John Rendell. What did the dolphin policeman say to his partner at the crime scene? Something smelled fishy. And Lenrod says, as long as you're not later than the guest, you're on time. Oh, indeed. Indeed. Let's see. Yeah, and everybody think good thoughts about Snoopy. He's got some poor boy's got some issues. As I said, he's got a tear in his knee, he's got the hip dysplasia, and he's got arthritis. So think good thoughts to the official dog of the Dolphin Wars. Let's see. Fett says, hey, Brother John. Gage says, if your apartment is hit by a dolphin, do not go out to see if the dolphin is okay. That's how the hurricane tricks you into going outside. But what do you do about the dolphin? It's kind of cruel. John Randall says, oh, did Gumby Semper again? Yeah, things happen. Lenron, do I need to come in and give some copyright strikes? No, I think we're going to wrap it up. We're going to call it a night early. 4:30 comes way, way too soon for me. And Sandra's flying right now. This one's for me. I gotta let Snort read this. What do dolphins say when they hear bad jokes? That's the silliest thing I ever heard. That sounds like one that Snort should read. In fact, hold on. That's the silliest thing I've ever heard. there, Snort. I did it for you. Let's see. Smelt fishy, that was a piece of cod that passeth all understanding. Let's see. Yes, hail and God bless Snoopy. He probably thinks it's fine as long as there's a cow ear in there. His problem is he doesn't know he's hurt, and he'll run around and go bananas and make it worse. Let's see. Hello, Jedi Bill. How are you, sir? Glad you can make it. Man, the planes are out and about tonight. The baby wheels are out and about. Hail, Jedi Bill. And his remarks towards Snoop Mini Snort. The official seal of disapproval. Oh. That was a good one, Snort, I think. Let's see. Okay. And let's see. John is saying hello to. Yeah. He usually goes after. When I'm on the computer, he's usually mellow. He's not chasing after cow ears. It's only when Mama's here, he'll start bothering her. Usually when she's doing the wrenching here and just driving her nuts. So, yeah. All right. So, okay. Wow. An hour and a half. Almost an hour and a half. No, I am not putting up the picture. Nope, not putting up the picture. That's saved for just cause. If ever comes back again. If it ever comes back again, Legatus. I think I'll retire that. I don't know. It scares me sometimes too. But that was a nice meshing between my head and Elizabeth Berkeley's body. No. Once a week is fine, Deej. Mm-hmm. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. My reputation will be ruined. We'll save it for just cause. I mean, this is supposed to be a professional presentation. John Renda, was she the one that that Van Halen sang about? Hot for teacher. Hot for teacher. I know, I'm not going to quit my day job. Legata says, I've never looked so slim. Yeah, no, I've never. Except when I was way young. In a previous life, I was very slim. Actually, 2 previous lives. I actually lost a lot of weight in mid-2000s. Got it bad. Wow, I'm hot for teacher. There's my copyright strike, I guess. I got it bad, got it bad, got it bad. Wow, I'm hard for teacher. I'm no Doomcock. But I still think Fat, Lenrod, and I and John could get into a band and do some jamming. We'd either be pretty good or we would either do it pretty good or we'd blow up the channel. Let's see. We got that song banned in high school. Just we shouldn't have been singing it to a teacher. Yeah, rule number 1, never sing a song about that to a teacher. You know what's funny? I can hear the planes through the microphone, but I can't hear them through my headset or when my headset's off. Okay, I guess I'm hearing things. Yeah, Fat. How you doing, buddy? I hope you're doing well. Pulling for you, man. Let's see. Let's set up a central location and make the drive. Yep. Deej says also got Money Money Band because of the alternate lyrics that we would sing. Yeah. I don't hear the planes either. I don't like it. I don't know. They're the planes flying in my head. You'll never hear it sung to the crusty old shop teacher. Yeah, we had when I was in high school, I didn't do wood or metal shop. I was the basic nerd. Totally down to jam all day and night. Would be nice, but 4:30 comes way too early for me, and I do gotta. I need sleep. Let's see. In the 80s, try the 70s, Deej. Try the 70s. What's that song? White Punks on Dope. Fat's been awake for a while. Good. White Punks on Dope. I'm hearing planes all day here, but the Air Force is doing maneuvers right now. Tons of Raptors and Lightnings overhead right now. Okay. Well, Oshkosh, you guys are done with Oshkosh, so you don't have all that stuff, do you, Lenrod? The planes are coming through the PA like on Spinal Tap, huh? I am more of a Kiss. Party every day and rock and roll all night. Ah, thank you, John. The Tubes, yes. I knew it. Yes, I knew it was somebody. I just couldn't remember the name. I know, Deej, I'm dating myself, but I sure look good for my age. I look good for my age. Goodyear blimp over Pittston yesterday. I think we have an air show coming up soon, okay? Oshkosh is a few hours away from there, but Volk Field is 10 miles. Okay, that's where you're going. Yeah. We got the C-17s here. All right. Okay. I was dating myself for a while until I got caught at it. You know me so well, Fat. You know me so well. All right. Come on. Oh boy. So all right. So let us I'm gonna start wrapping things up here because I gotta get himself out one more time before heading to bed. So I'm gonna I'm glad you guys can make it. And again, as always, Semper Gumby usually happens. And when it does, you got to be ready because the show's got to go on. The mayhem has to continue. So, let's see. Yeah, this is kind of a big weekend for me and Sandra. This is our anniversary is this coming Sunday. So we may have a little anniversary shenanigans this weekend. Not that kind, you pervert. Well, that kind maybe later on, but not during Just Cause. Thank you, Fat. Thank you, Fat. But I'm being proactive for all you pervs out there. Oh, let's see. Happy Tax Stick anniversary. Yep. Let's see. What was this here? Mary had a little lamb. Its fleece was black as soot, and every time it had to go, it went on Mary's foot. Ah, hey, Kai. Hello. Hello, sir. Okay. I don't think his. Oh, wait, let's see. Okay, Kai is coming on, and he's got some mic issues. So,
boop boop boop.
Hey, you there?
Hey,
Hey, Kai.
yo, I'm sorry, I got the time wrong. I was even watching the time to make sure. I was like, okay, and I need to make sure I'm ready to go in like an hour and a half. And then I got a message from Anti-Derivative Jill that the stream already started, and I came back to see what the hell was going on.
Oh, glad you can have you, sir. How you doing?
I am so sorry, man.
Oh, no worries. And I know you've got. I know you've got. You got to shorten it up anyway. You told me yesterday.
Oh no, it's all good. I got time right now. I just didn't.
Okay.
I didn't realize it was. Sorry about that. I was actually out at the time that it started. I didn't realize it was you'd already started.
No worries. We got about another half hour. We can chill. So how you been doing, sir?
Pretty good. Sorry I don't have my camera on. I'm not set up right now I just jumped on immediately once I realized.
That's okay.
Yeah, otherwise I'm doing pretty good. I just moved to Vegas about a month and a half ago.
Sin City. Ago now. Wow. Nice.
Yeah, I've been in California my whole life, so this is my first time out of it and my first time living alone. I've always had roommates or something.
Where are you at, in the Strip or outside?
Oh, no. No one lives on or near the Strip.
No.
Everyone lives outside.
Oh, yeah. So whereabouts, roughly? North Las Vegas?
North Las Vegas. It's been developed a lot out here lately. And more importantly, it's close to my girlfriend. So
okay. Yeah. Well, I've stayed in North Las Vegas a few times because when I did TDYs over at Nellis, so I know that area.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still getting familiar.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Sometimes people will tell me, "Oh, it's down by this thing." I'm like, I don't know where that is. It doesn't on the streets. I'm like, okay, I'll look for those streets on the map.
GPSs are wonderful things. Yeah. So, I get from what Jill is saying, you are a writer as well. I mean, well, I've seen your website. I've seen Domino, if I'm right, if I remember right.
Yeah, Spacegram Domino.
Okay, so it's science fiction. Can you give me a rough thing about what it's about?
Yeah, it's we follow. It starts off. We watch an alien from beyond the universe, beyond the limits, the realm of our universe, arrive on Earth and slightly change the timeline, and we experience that through a pair of teenagers that are displaced from the incident and a crew of space pirates that picks them up, and who is unknowingly hunted by a government strike team.
Of course they are. Of course they are.
And so that's the general premise, but it kind of muses on everything, the nature of reality and God, politics, corruption, the way the world is going right now. Even we're watching people essentially try to take control, and also looking at the way science is going, the way science has developed, the problems that we're facing right now. I tried looking at geopolitics for the next couple hundred years to see where things are going to go and how technology would develop. And so yeah, essentially in the future that the book takes place in, it's about 20 years after World War IV.
Nice.
Yeah, World War IV. It's the first galactic war, and Earth has unified, but at the cost of all the colonies in space. They all declared independence. We're like, we're done with you. We're done with you guys. And so we're in a little post-war galaxy here.
Okay. Sounds a little bit like mine. You know, colony goes bad. Earth colony goes bad.
Oh well, I don't know about going bad. Like no one broke bad, you know.
Gotcha.
But it touches on kind of a lot of things that we're seeing today in the politics and the conspiracy theories. Like one of the conspiracy theories that's out there, I didn't know about it when I was writing my book, and then after I'd written a bunch of stuff, I found out there was a conspiracy theory that lined up with exactly what I had written.
Wow. So you predicted it. You either predicted it or it came out of.
Yeah, I must have tapped into that collective unconscious that Jung was talking about.
Yeah. Let's see. And Legatus put out there free preview of the first two chapters of Kaya on the website. Cool.
Thank you, Legatus Legionis.
Yes, thank you, sir. He's good at that. He will research that stuff. Yeah, and I appreciate that you put my book on your site.
Oh yeah, totally, dude. I wanted to have. I need to work on I'm actually going to update my website little by little, section by section, and the indies thing I kind of meant to come back to, but I haven't done that. And I want to have on there other independent creators and friends and etc.
Yeah,
people have been supportive, and whatnot.
Yeah. So great. And it's good to meet other authors, because that's what we do here. Is we, if we've got authors, we got YouTube channel people, and put their works out there.
What are your favorite genres?
My favorite genres, in writing, I'm a sci-fi, but usually only like the Star Trek and Star Wars type things. My other genre is the military techno thrillers. I started out
Okay.
with Clancy, and then went to Dale Brown. God, I forgot Stephen Coons, but those type of people where they do the military themed stuff. And then my favorite author probably is W.E.B. Griffin, who wrote a fantastic series on the Marine Corps in World War II and Korea, which is absolutely brilliant. So that's
Nice.
those are my um, those are my core genres. But for writing, it's the science fiction.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's nice to. What's funny is even though I like to read, I prefer to read science fiction. If I'm going to pick something up, it's generally going to be science fiction. But some of my favorite books are contemporaries or like non-genre fiction, like Of Mice and Men and Fight Club.
Right.
But I wouldn't like. I don't know what I would write in that genre outside of fantasy and sci-fi.
Yeah. Recently, I've been going into a lot of the back into history books. I read World War II history a lot, but it's like in spurts. I'll read it a bunch at this time, then a bunch at this time. When I get interested. So, but yeah. So great.
So you said you wanted to talk about writing and stuff. You got any questions, or have you read any like I've got a short story up there on my website and Choose Your Own Adventure.
Oh. Yeah, what do you do with that?
The Choose Your Own Adventure kind of started off as partially something for applying to narrative design positions in the game industry, because you need to show like branching dialogue and branching choices and stuff.
Right.
So I figured I would just do. It turned out to be more work than I realized when I first started doing it. So I plan on doing another chapter to that, adding another chapter to it this year or by the end of the year, and then every year add like a little bit to that choose your own story narrative.
Okay. Have you invited other people to come in and add pieces to that, or is that what you mean? You started
I hadn't
off.
thought about that.
Oh, okay. So this is like you're doing this yourself, the choose your adventure type thing.
Yeah, it was just going to be a standalone little piece, but then I liked the story that developed as I wrote it, because I didn't have a plan for what I was writing. I just wrote general beats, like, choice 1, chase down monster, choice 2, help woman, choice 3, seek out the source of the blight. And then you just read the story that you get, going from there. Okay. After you make your choice, you have another choice after that. Generally.
I've heard of those where you.
And then, but I realized too many subsequent choices led to it just exponentially expanded how much I had to write. And so for every choice, you have to do another chunk for each one. And so it got crazy. I did that one time, and I was like, nope. So
I could see where it can become convoluted.
Oh yeah, it was just, well, it's not even just the convolutedness. It's the how much you're writing. Because let's say the one where you go help the woman, that's the only one where I did extra. So you go help her, and then once you decide to help her, she asks you how much. Well, essentially, you talk to her more, and then she asks you how much you charge. She offers you money for helping her, and then you get to decide how much you charge her, and that's what determines what happens in the story.
Oh, okay.
And so in one of those choices, we meet a necromancer, and then when we meet the necromancer, we get another choice. But so instead of just writing the rest of this one story, I now have to write 3 different versions of how that goes down. And then I did it for 3 different classes. So I had to write like extra
Yeah.
for each one, and they're specifically how they would deal with it.
Yeah, I can imagine where that gets time consuming and kind of tough to come to an end game.
Yeah. I'm gonna definitely do more killing of the reader in the next one.
Okay.
Because it's written in second person. So
Oh.
it's you do this, you do that, you go here, etc.
Oh. So the reader could end up pushing updates. I like that.
Exactly.
Yeah. I like that. So those are your, besides your novel and the story, those are pretty much what you've done so far with writing?
Yeah, so far. And the short stories, like none of it was really I never sought to be a writer.
Mm-hmm.
I was an artist. I was cool doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But then the story hit me like a ton of bricks, and it was something that was outside of me and my control. It was something that had been kind of bubbling in my imagination land. I think I talked about this before, so I'm sorry for anyone that's already heard it. But it was like bubbling in my head for an extended period of time to where I was like, I need to get this out. Like I just need to get it out so I can imagine other things.
Yeah.
And one night I was sitting there trying to figure out the story I had. I was like, I got the end and I have some stuff in the middle, but how do I start this? How does this all get rolling? And I figured it out, and it hit me. I was like, oh, I have to break one of my rules. If I break that rule, everything works. Perfect.
What are your rules?
Well, one of my rules is no aliens. This is a human story.
Okay.
That's the rule that I broke.
Gotcha.
And so I just broke it though it's aside from getting the ball rolling, it adds a meta element to the story that allows the reader to place themselves within it, and also helps the reader maintain this perspective of everything that you're reading being very small pieces in a very big picture.
Gotcha. Well, let's see what the chat's got to say. They're blowing up. They are blowing up here. Deef is saying, "Good thing you showed up, Kai. I was going to give you grief later tonight."
Well, tonight I'm not doing my show. I'm doing it tomorrow.
Oh, what is this the only show you got on your channel, or?
Yeah. I'm gonna start doing some other stuff, some upload videos. I just haven't. I've been busy with the moving, and I got in a car accident like after I moved here, so then I had chiropractor and other stuff to deal with. Ouch. And so it's just been hectic. But I have some videos that are actually already done. I just need to upload them. But I am going to start doing more uploads. I just have the one late night show though.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Deej.
Yeah. And the guy says you still can and most likely will. Oh my.
Yo, Deej, actually, since I know you're here, yesterday on my show, I read an article about a tractor hack to help farmers service their own John Deere tractors. So if you have any John Deere tractors, go check out my show last night. It's in there somewhere. Or the article is linked if you want to go read the article. But
okay. Yeah. And Deej says, I'm not going to read Kai's books if he's going to kill the reader more.
That's just a short story. The one Choose Your Own Adventure on my website. But people do die in my books. I don't fuck around.
Yeah, people die in my books too. Let's see. Jill says, I love Choose Your Own Adventure stories. I didn't realize you made that.
Yeah, it was my first one. Partially an experiment.
And
it was fun. I use John Deere. Okay, well, you're good then.
Yeah. I'll have to check out the Choose Your Own Adventure. See how quickly I die. Jill says I'm a bit behind in the video. Catching up.
There wasn't as much dying as I I should have definitely killed the reader more in this one, but I didn't. I enjoyed kind of where I ended up with stuff, so I just left it. But
Okay.
But yeah, in the next one, definitely you will die more. I promise. I promise.
I remember the way back when I played a version of Dungeons and Dragons where I think I was a knight or something like that, and I died a horrible death. The creature took the creature. I was getting ready to attack him, and the creature just took a spear to my face. I'm like, oh, I'm not playing this anymore. Not if I'm going to die that way.
If you play D&D, the short story or the choose your own adventure is definitely. I used Dungeons and Dragons as a basis for everything.
Oh, okay.
From the spells to the characters and classes to everything, and so you can identify exactly what's happening beat for beat if you know Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, okay. Cool. But that was a long time ago. Maybe I ought to get started back into it.
The D&D?
Yeah.
Well, you'll still recognize the stuff. You'll like one point the character uses line of sight to break a spell.
Yeah.
And another one is they use a silence. It's like there's little things that you go, clever son of a bitch. Thematic components, verbal components. All right.
Cool. Yeah, I'll definitely have to check that out. So, what else do you have down the pipe other than now that you're settled in at your new location and what do you have planned?
I plan on writing more short stories. Mighty Muse was my first one that it took more work than I realized. I was going to try to do a monthly. I might have to do it bi-monthly, but I guess I'll figure that out. But yeah, right now I'm writing short stories. It wasn't something I was planning to do either. But I got like a spiritual reading and my guides recommended I do that. So I was like, what? But I don't write short stories though. And so I asked for one and I got a Mighty Muse. Like as immediately I spoke it out loud, I asked for a short story and then it started dropping into my head. And I was like, okay, then I guess I'm writing a short story.
Oh, okay. Have you done have you done serialized type of stories like where they do have an arc, or they are?
You mean like a series?
Yeah.
Like a
series
like
of
series or something?
Yeah, a series of short stories.
Oh no, I don't have anything like that yet.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm mostly trying to just get figure things out here now that I'm more stable. Yeah, it should be easier to plot a course, start writing more. That is something I want to focus on. That's why I started doing the short stories, because I wanted to focus on writing more.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right now I'm in a I've had to trash my third book and start pretty much all over because things are coming up in my mind that are that I know need to fit into my third book rather than be a standalone. I'm like, stop.
That happens. I started over with mine. I was like 20 chapters in, and then I started from scratch on Space Crime.
Yeah, that happened to me. That happened to me on my first one, All's Fair. The second one came out. It came out all in one piece. Third one is just being. It's being recalcitrant. The characters are just beating me on the top of my head, saying, "You got to do this." But I noticed that with a lot of writers. Like I've had another writer on, Grace Saley Kay, writer the VAC Chronicle. She says her characters talk to her all the time, and they all want a piece of the action. And I'm like, it's like
I don't get that. Exactly. I do get like, because I'll act out scenes
Mm-hmm.
as I'm writing,
Yep.
and then but or if I feel like a character wouldn't, I'm like, but they wouldn't. I need them to do this, but they wouldn't do that. I change the circumstances around them so that they would.
Mm. Okay.
And because we're God, we're making things here.
That's true. That's
So
true.
they can, if they don't go where I want them to go, then I change their environment. I go, okay, then I'm gonna go back here to this chapter, and I'm gonna change this, and then I'm gonna change this over here, and then now you're in this situation, and change the circumstances a little bit.
Yeah. Yep. And I do the same thing. I act mine out as usually I'm doing it as I'm trying to sleep. They just come out of there and help me get back to sleep. Legatus Legionise says it wasn't my fault. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. He's one of the first ones to take a look at the third book, and he came up with some pretty good He came up with some pretty good criticisms, and I took a look at it, but then the steamroller from the other characters decided they wanted to go in a different direction. So, but yeah, it's good to good to hear. It's nice to hear about your writing process. That it's
Well, I always start off outlining based on the characters and what they're doing, how they're feeling. You got to think about like, okay, well, what would this person do? They want security, or they want this, or they want that.
Mm-hmm.
And then just I outline the story going in that direction. And if I go, well, this isn't working for me, where do I need to to fix this? I like that stuff out in the outlining, because I like the whole pantsing or gardening thing.
Mm-hmm.
I like doing that early so it saves me less work.
Okay.
And then the actual writing is still exploratory, but the plot's figured out.
No. True. All right. So where else do we find you? I know you've been on with Latino Slant.
It's been a while since I've been on there. I do not do karaoke. Karaoke is not my thing. I don't like karaoke. I stay far away from it. Sometimes I'll click on Jedi Bill or Latino Slant, and then I won't even read the title, and I'll get our hero singing. I'll hear singing, and I'll see in the title karaoke. Nope, I'm out.
I haven't gone. I have not gone to these karaoke sites. I think I'm like you. I'm not a big karaoke fan.
Yeah, I don't. I don't do karaoke. I don't like horror movies. If Paulie starts doing like a roundtable show again or something, I'll probably hear back to be over there. But yeah, there's a while also where I just wasn't doing anything on YouTube like at all, because I wasn't trying to be a YouTuber, but it's kind of part of as when you're writing or doing anything where you gotta promote yourself, you gotta put yourself out there.
Exactly.
And so
I call it if you can't beat them, join them syndrome.
Yeah, I miss. I haven't been on Jedi Bill's Soup in a while. I also don't see him doing it as much, and sometimes when he does it, I'm doing my show, so it's
Gotcha. I haven't been on Jedi Bill's channel. I'll have to. There's so many channels I haven't gone on yet, but that's because I'm running this thing.
Jedi Bill's great. We all started streaming at the same time because of the lockdowns and stuff.
Yeah. I understand that. Jill says, me neither, actually. I did a couple recently, but I missed them.
I've been missing a lot of streams. I have a window open right now with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15, 16 YouTube tabs of videos in my queue.
Yeah, right now obviously I mod for Doomcock on Friday nights, so that's a good chunk of time. And then I do my Saturday Just Cuz stream, which I thought it was gonna, it's just blown up where I can go 4 hours and probably 5 if it wasn't that there's the clobbering time stream right after, and people want to get ready for that, or they want to eat or something like that. Eating, that's irrelevant. But and then this Wednesday night show. So I have found that just running a YouTube channel, it's fun, but it does take the work.
Oh yeah. I try to make things as efficient as possible. Anytime I do something that's like, you should do this for your YouTube channel, I'm like, how can I make this easier on myself? I want to make this a copy paste. There we go. That's a lot easier.
Well, that's what I do. I do a lot of my scripts. My scripts, I can, it's a copy and paste on the strip, and then I can work off use that as the baseline. And it's on Wednesdays it's the interviewee that makes the show. But the Saturdays are good because I have other people I can play off of, since it is a panel based show. So, but YouTubing is fun.
Oh yeah. It's a lot of fun. I love panel shows too.
Yeah. Let's see. Kai hasn't been around on mine lately either, but then that's partially my fault for having such a flighty stream schedule.
DJ, I've never once been on your channel. What are you talking about? Oh, do you mean in the chats and stuff? Yeah, I haven't. I just haven't been around as much lately. So yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, man, he immediately bailed right after that comment.
Okay, well,
take care, Deej. Take care, Deej.
Man.
And sub to Deej Odyssey. So, all right. Well, I'm glad that you were able to come on even for this short amount of time.
Yeah, sorry about the being late, man. I didn't realize the time was what it was. I could have been here for the whole stretch of it if I had realized that I had it wrong.
Time differences are a pain in the neck.
Yeah, sorry. I just missed the.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Anyway, I feel bad. I don't think I've ever been late like this before. So
yeah, that's okay. We'll have you back on.
Come back anytime.
Yeah, we'll have you back on. Come on a Saturday, play with us.
I think I'm busy this Saturday, but maybe next Saturday.
Sure.
I have to check with my girlfriend, see what we're doing.
Okay. Or come on for another Wednesday, and we'll just have a chat, Surfside chat.
For sure. We'll talk on Twitter, man.
Okay. You take care. Kai MFS, please sub to him.
Thank you, Anti-Derivative Joe, and thanks for letting me know I was late.
Thank you, Jill. I appreciate it. She says, come back another time because she always finds you fascinating.
Aw, thank you, Jill. Yeah. I see Jill in my chat in the late nights. I love when Jill can come through.
Okay. John Rendell says, we have chocolatey Clairs at the kitty table on Saturday. Yeah, we do. And cookies.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Ooh,
kitty
nice.
table.
Yeah, I think I have 1 or 2 cookies left. But I've been chomping them down today.
She says, you're welcome. Yep, when I'm up past my bedtime. Yeah, mine's coming up soon. Yeah, I still got to take the poor dog out. So, but yeah, please drop by anytime. Let me know when you're available, and you have yourself a great evening, Kai.
Thank you very much, man. And thanks everyone who came through. Sorry for being late. Hope I can make up for it next time. Y'all take care.
You take care, Kai. Kai MFS, please subscribe to his channel. and go to his website and read his book. Domino Crime. I hope I said
Space
that.
Crime Domino.
Space Crime Domino. Boy, I'm getting old. Space Time Domino. Take care.
Good night.
Night. Okay, it's we're gonna start wrapping this show up without doing the show note picture. After all, we are in mixed company. Let's see. Yes, we have mixed company. I think Jill still doesn't want to still wants to unsee the picture. Let's see. KaiMFS.com. Yes, go to his channel. Joke. Dolphin Wars joke. If you think swimming with dolphins is expensive, try swimming with sharks. It cost me an arm and a leg. Well, that's what you get for swimming with sharks. All right. Good night, Fat. You heading out? You feel better, buddy, and we'll see you Saturday. Okay, Joe, what are you laughing at? I hope it's not the show notes. And good night, Kai MFS. Lenrod says, show notes are always appropriate. Yeah. Okay. Well, it is. We've had a great 2 hours and 7 minutes. I'm glad Kai was able to come on. That was a great chat with him. And ladies dig show. You guys are just dying to have that picture. Oh, laughing at Legatus Legionii. Okay, good. At the Legatus Legionii corn. Good. Let's move on. Let's see. Yep. Yep, John. We'll see you on Saturday. Feliciano Anniversary Eve. Yeah. Keep telling you guys that. Remember, we are in mixed company here. So, all right. Well, we will do the G-rated show notes. Stop it. So this coming weekend is just because we will be doing. We'll be doing our usual shenanigans and hijinks and fun stuff. The kitty table will be fully stocked for those who gets thrown to the kitty table. Mixed company of mixed nuts, indeed, John. Fruits and nuts, yes. So this, and like I said, we may do a little something with our upcoming anniversary for Sandra and I, 12 years, and she hasn't thrown me out of the house, so that's a good thing. And then on the 24th, we're going to continue our DS9 chat with Antiderivative Jill. We're going to do bromances and frenemies. And that looks like it's going to be a fun show. On August 31st, Outer Rim Praxium is a Star Wars themed jousting organization. and that looks to be fun. We'll have an author, Jessica White, author of romantic fantasy. So those who are into romantic fantasy can come and listen. We will have on the 14th, Paranorman Tag will join me for hijinks and chat and interviewing and fun. So that is coming up. And of course, our usual Just Causes on Saturday on Saturday nights. Now, I will say for future reference, there are going to be some shows that will some Saturdays we won't be able to do on Saturday because we have some events coming up. So we will probably keep away from me, bug. And we're gonna do. I have commitments on Saturday, so we'll probably run shows on Sunday. When I do that, would you rather I start at 4 Eastern, keep it at 5 or keep it at 5 Eastern? Let me know what you guys think. And I'll ask the question again because it won't be till the 3rd will be our first one. So those are the show notes for up until September. DS9, yes, that's going to be fantastic, and it really isn't a great Steam so it should do well. Well, thank you, Jill. Thank you. Can't wait to do it. We'll have to talk about it, so you'll have to let me know when we can do some planning on it. Okay. Yes, that's going to be and there really isn't a great stream like it, so it should do well. Yes. So, Rod said, did something break? I don't know. So, Lenrod says, is it okay if I bring my own seat to the kitty table? The ones you got make my bum sweat. Oh, I didn't need to see that. Hear that. Star Wars jousting, outstanding. And Legata says, can I reserve me seat or must I pick a number and wait to be called? I don't think you're going to have a problem, Legatus. I don't think there's going to be a problem with that at all. Okay, guys, I'm glad you guys were flexible, continue to follow the Semper Gumby philosophy to always be flexible. As we know, the show must go on, and we had a fun time doing this. And let me say good night to everybody who was here. First off, again, I'd like to thank Andy Masterson to come on to the channel and talk with us for a bit. And then, of course, Kai MFS. Sorry about the time flux, but glad you can come on and we could still talk and have fun. And now the Ranch Team Supreme, we had Legatus Legion I, the first in, last out, always ready to go, always has the studio clean, everything up to snuff and ready for action. We had John Rendell, Fez. Thank you for coming. Thank you for helping keeping things safe. Lenrod, thank you again for being here. And of course, the fantastic anti-derivative Jill. Glad you can be here and help us out with the links and help us ping Kai MFS. So thank you very much for everything you do, Jill. She's not here. She's flying. So Sandra is here in spirit, and we'll be here on Saturday. And of course, I would be remiss in he's gone, but I would remiss in saying hello to our favorite bear. Snort up, poopas! Q-bar. Night, Snort. Hope you're sleeping good. Bye, buddy. Snort up, poopas. And then our chat guests. We had Point Curation. We had the old man. We had Matt G. We had DJ Odyssey. Please subscribe to DJ Odyssey. We had the evil genius, Fet for Hire. Take care, buddy. We had low spec Linux laptops. Say that 10 times fast. We had Ms. Martin Muses and Jedi Bill 797. And thank you all for coming and enjoying the chat. And again, please look up Kai MFS on his channel. Please look up Andy Masterson on his channel. And of course, please go to thedolphinwars.com and check out what we've got there. And if you haven't gotten the books, get the books. So thank you, Point Curation. I appreciate that. I did say your name, didn't I? Did I? I didn't. Please tell me I said your name. Hey, Point Curation. Thank you again for coming. And thank you for the nice. Thank you for the nice comment. Thank you for doing what you do. I am so glad you enjoy what we're doing here. Please, for those new people, please, for all the new people, come on and help out by subscribing and liking the channel. Yes, and don't forget our friend Mike, the Comic Relief Crusader, to try and get his home and help him out. As I've said, if you can help with money, please send money. If you can help by sharing this out to other people, please do. And he is past the half point. Great. I haven't looked lately to see the amount, and unfortunately, I can't access the link via StreamYards, so I'll take your guys' word for it. I'll have to look later. So, everybody, have a great time. Oh, I'm going to one last time. Please subscribe to our own Anti-Derivative Jill's channel. She does great reviews. They're right now reviewing the original series. I don't know. I think they're doing the Man Trap. Am I right, Jill? You're doing it in prod order or broadcast order? So I don't know what episode you'll be reviewing tomorrow. No? Oh, cool. Okay, so she's doing where No Man Has Gone Before next. Great. I'm looking forward to that one. Please go to her channel. And of course, my bot decided not to work. So I got to do this old school. Hold on. It'll be tomorrow, probably about noon Eastern time. There you go. So and Friday is her stream for Gene Roddenberry, which it would have been his 101st birthday. Great. And Clobby's stream for Gene Roddenberry's 100th birthday was her start on YouTube. Great. Great. So, yeah, I started later. But yeah, great. All right. I guess so, Legatus. And looks like Friday's going to be quite the party. Yep. Be tripping through different streams. Okay, everybody. Well, I am going to bid you all a farewell, good night. Hope you enjoyed this show. And look forward to talking to you all on Just Cuz on Saturday. Just Cuz. You guys have a great night and be safe. Take care.